I wish you all a journey that is free of illness. Oh, is everyone all right? Sometimes, but now we just have to wait for the official news. I hope Rania doesn't keep us too long.
Huh. Do you think Svarog and Clara felt the effects of our battle with the Guardian?
I think they'll be fine. Plus, Svarog's devotion to Clara is even greater than his hostility to Wildfire. If you're worried, you could look for them over at the robot settlement.
Outsiders.
How did you know that was Perkins? Seems like Perkins picked up a stammer.
Its language module must have malfunctioned.
Outsiders are friends.
You have visitors, Clara.
Oh, it's the variables. There was a huge shaking just now coming up through the ground. Mr. Svarog said it must have been...
Recalculating. Conclusion. Engine of creation. 97.66% probability. The engine of creation was an immense construction machine created by the architects. It was not built to fight.
Well, whatever. We won. Thanks to that giant robot, we were finally able to take care of the Stellaron. And Branya made a promise. The underworld and the overworld will soon be reunited. Which means that you, Svarog, you won't have to worry about preserving the underworld for the time being. March, everyone, thank you so much. I wasn't sure you guys would be able to do it, but now... Mr. Svarog, what do you say? You guys said you were travelers from other worlds, right? I want to be just like you. One day, I'm gonna go traveling to faraway places and make new friends.
Calculation result. Update. Mission number 0001. Preserve the underworld. Complete.
That's our Branya, quick as a flash.
She certainly moves a lot faster than some people I know.
If you haven't got anything nice to say right now, zip it.
It's still early.
Where to now? You made it. I thought you were about to miss out on a moment of history.
No way! After all our hard work, how could we miss out on the final celebration, right?
I don't know how much of a celebration we'll be having. For Oleg and I, not to mention the other adults, reopening the passageway means rediscovering old ways of living. Return to normality. Survival is no longer the top of the agenda. But for the children who were born into this era, who grew up in this isolation, this will be a new life altogether. Once you've tasted freedom, it's difficult to accept a life of separation and isolation. Those of us whose childhoods were marred by tragedy, we must strive to do better for the next generation. I'm sorry. Here I am talking your ear off again. This is a day to remember. We should welcome it with smiles. If you have time, talk to the folks here. Every one of them will tell you about their excitement. Then when you're ready, let's go home.
Finally, it's you! The liberators of the underworld! You're the first passengers we've had since being sealed off. It'll be my honor to get you to the surface in one piece. Oh, I'm afraid you might have to make an exception, miss. My license has expired, but then I haven't had the chance to go up and renew it for 10 years now. So, ready to climb aboard? Brothers, sisters, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, gather round. The cable car passenger service is about to restart.
Whoa! Look at the big blue ceiling!
That's not a ceiling, Hook. That's the sky.
So this is the overworld? The air here smells different.
Less rust and geomarrow particles floating around. Take a deep breath, children. This is what freedom tastes like. I never thought I'd live to see the administrative district again. All those years. We've been through a lot, Natasha.
You're right, Oleg. It's funny. The moment I boarded the cable car, my mind was filled with everything I wanted to do on the surface. But now, I just want to sit down, zone out, and watch the people coming and going. And let the day just pass me by.
Enjoy the peace and quiet, Natasha. We earned it.
Ha, it's Japard!
Early.
Is he here to meet us?
Where to now?
He's still on duty. Huh. He must have recovered quickly.
Is that all?
Welcome back to the administrative district, Trailblazers.
Trailblazers. First time anyone's called us that on this planet.
The architects think it's only right that we should address you properly. Outsiders is hardly fitting anymore. Please allow me to apologize again for what happened in the restricted zone. You were only trying to help. I should have trusted Serval's judgment. Thanks for understanding. Lady Bronya's inaugural address will begin soon. She asked me to pass on her invitation to you.
Huh? That's sooner than I expected. Is she well enough to...
Not really. But Lady Bronya insisted on delivering the speech as soon as possible. The address will be held at Everwinter Monument. I hope the three of you can find time to attend.
Look, there's a crowd gathering over...
Looks like it. Grania hasn't arrived.
Guards, formation!
Whoa, this must be it!
Citizens of Belobog, I kindly ask for your attention. Lady Bronya Rand's inaugural address will begin shortly. Please remain orderly.
People of Belobog, hear me! Today we gather here to celebrate our victory, but it was a sacrifice made by a mighty guardian that delivered us this opportunity. She dispelled an evil that cost us 700 years of suffering. And in the process, she paid the ultimate price. The sacrifice of Cocolia Rand ushers in a new chapter. The blizzard beyond the walls will die away, and the offensives of our Silvermane guards will begin to contain the Fragmentum's advance. In the far north, I witnessed with my own eyes the struggle between the late Supreme Guardian and the evil power that sought to destroy us. In her last moments, the Supreme Guardian told me her greatest regret, the order to seal off the underworld from the overworld. With the passage of time, she gradually came to realize the consequences of that decision. Although tortured with guilt, she could not undo the damage. In her final moments, she wanted us to mark the Stellaron's end by reuniting Belobog. Overworlders and Underworlders must embrace the dawn of a new age. People of the Underworld, I dare not ask for your forgiveness. I now know the reality of your decade of suffering. But I want us to work together. We know that without your perseverance and hard work, Belobog will not recover its former glory. And the seed of civilization will not be preserved. And on that note, I'd like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to a few guests of the city. Most of you were not aware of their arrival. But it is thanks to them that our world now flourishes with hope. They made me realize that while we remain focused on preserving the ground beneath our feet, we should not forget to look up into the sky. I firmly believe that with the determination of everyone, our world, the world the Trailblazers call Yarilo 6, will no longer be alone among the stars. But before we accomplish that goal, I humbly ask you to follow me into the future. I, Bronya Rand, the 19th Guardian of Belobog, hereby take my oath.
Lady Bronya! Lady Bronya!
March, Don Hung, and you. It's wonderful you made it to the address. Sorry, I know the invitation was very last minute, but I needed to get the news out as soon as possible. The longer people waited, the more rumors started to swirl. The situation risked spinning out of control. Yes, I'm fine now, don't worry. My mother... she tried to force the voice of the Stellaron into my head. It was a terrible feeling. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't shown up.
That was some speech, Branya. If I had to talk like that in front of a huge crowd, I'd be shaking head to toe.
It was all just a bunch of palatable lies. I hope you never have a similar experience, March. I prefer to be honest with the people. But I also want to preserve their hope.
Don Hung, wanna talk about Mr. Yang's findings?
Which means... the Fragmentum has already taken root by this point. Even though the Stellaron is sealed, we won't be able to reverse the damage immediately. No need for apologies. You've gone out of your way to save this world. You nearly lost your life. I have no right to ask for more. Besides, I agree with Mr. Yang. Ultimately, the fate of Belobog is in the hands of its own people. In that case, as a leader, I must give you a promise of the same weight. We will hold out with everything we have until the day you Trailblazers return. Even if it takes another 700 years, the chill. So long, my friends. May the preservation bless your journey.
Congrats! That was one heck of a first trailblazing expedition.
Worth celebrating, I'd say. 2.5.
What? That run-of-the-mill, huh?
My scoring criteria are different from yours.
Anyway, we should be asking you. Any thoughts you want to share? Wait, what? No way! We're about to leave and I've hardly got any decent photos. Come on! Let's go back to the administrative
It's still early. Where to now?
Will of preservation. Shift the balance.
Don't be nervous. Just cooperate with me.
Target sighted. All units on alert. Executing attack.
Like fireflies to a flame, I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes! Live to fight! Fight to live!
Lance ablaze! Flaming lance! Forward! Ready to lose yourself?
Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all.
Let's rock!
So, how many of my moves can you strike with heart?
I'm on guard. Fracture!
I shall set the seas ablaze! Move forward! Ignite!
This song's just for you.
Turn up the volume!
Time for some sword play! Practice is over! Swords descend! Blade in flight!
Lance at the ready. Indestructible.
Live to fight! Fight to live! many am I? Strike with heart!
Sam in position. Prime detonate.
I'm on guard.
Executing attack.
Like fireflies to a flame, I will fight for my son until everything burns to ashes! I shall set the seas ablaze!
Pretty good crowd today.
Let's rock! Blade in flight! Firefly, type 4, in position. Live to fight! Fight to live!
Hello. What do you mean, relax? What you see in front of you? Seeing is believing, right?
Keep up. In my tempo.
Time for some sword play. Ha! Target specimen sighted. Excuse me, coming through.
To the finish. Pretty good crowd today. Turn up the volume.
So, how many of my moves?
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all. Let's rock! Huh. These targets will make for good practice. Can't stop the rock!
To travel far away. For a tough case like yours, we're gonna try them all!
Ready to jam. Here to crash the party? Turn up the volume.
Blade in flight! Target specimen sighted. Preparing for collection.
Lance at the ready.
Indestructible.
This song's just for you.
Time for some sword play. Strike with heart. Commencing research.
I'm on guard. Defend the weak. Pretty good crowd today. Let's rock!
So, how many of my moves? Blade in flight! Perfect. Now's my chance. Relax. Deep breaths.
Nice teamwork. Lance at the ready.
Indestructible. Time for some sword play. Practice is over. Swords descend! Strike with heart! Target specimen sighted. Preparing for collection.
I'm on guard. Defend the weak. This song's just for... Let's rock!
So, how many of my moves can Blade in flight? Commencing research.
Crusher!
A one-time enemy. Strike with heart!
Keep up with my tempo! Time for the main event. Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all! Go to scratch. Turn up the volume! Go to scratch.
Time for some swordplay! Blade in flight!
Not a scratch. Target specimen sighted. Preparing for collection. Excuse me, coming through.
Time to go on the offensive.
Fracture!
Ow!
Let's rock!
To travel far away. For a tough case like yours, we're gonna try them all!
Nice teamwork.
Dun 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 dun. Will of preservation. Pretty good crowd today.
A one-time enemy.
Commencing research.
I'm on guard. Lance ablaze! Flaming lance! Forward! Lance at the ready.
Here to crash the party? Keep up in my tempo!
Strike with heart! Target specimen sighted. Preparing for collection. Practice is over. Swords descend! Relax, deep breaths.
I'm on guard. Defend the weak.
This song's just for you. Let's rock! Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
Blade in flight!
Time.
Excuse me, coming through.
To the finish.
Huh. These targets will make for good practice. Can't stop the rock! Here to crash the party? Turn up the volume!
Strike with heart! Commencing research.
Lance at the ready. Indestructible.
Keep up with my tempo!
Time for some sword play. Blade in flight! Excuse me, coming through.
I'm on guard. Defend the weak.
To travel far away. For a tough case like yours, we're gonna try them all!
Ready to jam. Let's rock!
A one-time enemy. Strike with heart! So, how many of my moves can you block?
Lance at the ready. Indestructible.
Blade in flight! Practice is over. Swords descend!
Defend the weak.
Let's rock!
Relax, deep breaths.
Ready to jam? Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
Time for some swordplay. Strike with heart.
Lance ablaze! Flaming lance! Forward! Fracture!
To travel far away. For a tough case like yours, we're gonna try them all!
Nice teamwork.
Perfect. Now's my chance.
Let's rock!
Target specimen sighted. Excuse me, coming through.
Blade in flight! This song's just for...